us.
Hi everybody and welcome to another adventure of Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes. I don't know why I'm doing this voice. It seems to work.
Woo!
Like a David Attenborough.
Makes it all dark and mysterious. It makes it all dark and mysterious.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
It makes it sound like we're doing a nature documentary.
It does.
And now, in their natural habitat, Wazzocks with dice.
And here we see the nerds in their natural habitats. Private rooms, high quality webcams, all for one live stream away.
Yes.
Do not make me get the Fortune's Paper Scroll. It is right there. I will use it. Do not test me. I am one with nature.
Coming to... it's like coming soon to BBC4, a unique look into the specimens not often forgotten by mankind. This
Now,
is D&D.
I just want to make a level 20
God.
Orc Druid, who is specifically David Attenborough.
Yes.
That's
And he
actually...
just goes around schooling people on different beasts in beast-shaped form.
Yes.
Oh, that's dope.
So it's somewhat disconcerting to hear David Attenborough go, and behold, the majestic elk, as he shapeshifts. Look at my antlers, bitch. They are fancy. You do not want to mess with these. They grow everywhere, and their one job is to gore, for 1d6 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
So anyway, welcome to the D&D show where we sit around, play dice, and generally have a good time and make bad, terrible jokes.
Yay!
So one thing before we get started, we are short a Marie, so Erin will be dark, brooding, and stabby.
Yes.
Which works.
I was going to say, which makes no
Which
change
works
from the
beautifully.
usual. So we'll see how things go this week. Could be fun.
Yes.
Yes.
And I also realised I forgot to load up the music for the stream.
Boo!
We're very quiet then.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, it is actually just us talking, like my usual background music is not present. So let's try that on.
Do. We'll create our own.
What
Yes.
was that?
My dad's phone, ladies and gentlemen.
What's that?
I knew it was coming from Dom. Like I think I've heard it before. That's probably why I know.
It could be worse. I mean, it
Yeah.
could be like my Google Nest going off randomly because I said the word Google out loud.
Fair enough.
I don't think she heard us. I don't think she heard us that time. We're good.
I was gonna say, it sounds like if I'm quiet, then she will not hear me. Otherwise, we're dead.
Google is always
Sort of thing.
listening. Google knows
Yes.
what we
Yes.
want. Alright. So anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, last time on this train wreck of a show, not that page, I need that page. See? Been keeping notes.
Yay!
Keeping notes! It's been a while since I've kept
Actually,
notes.
what comes to notes, one of my viewers actually asked me that how can we remember what happened a week ago?
With great difficulty.
Yes.
Quite simple by the DM making some sort of notebook and then
Yes.
ad-libbing through his notes.
I often call it beer.
Damn it.
It's rum in my case. I have like 3 bottles down here that I actually need to
Oh, you're-
drink.
Don't tempt me.
I actually do have some Captain Morgan Gold Spice myself.
I have 2
God
bottles
damn
of
it,
that
Foxy.
in my carriage. They are nicely chilled right now, but currently I'm on the lambs.
Yeah.
which is
And
nice.
there's me sat here with mandarin juice from a can. From a can of
Oh.
mandarin.
But
This is the best
I-
beers from a can.
I actually do have the rum,
I mean, it
but
wasn't like it was from a carton. It was
If
just,
it
you
was
know, when you
from
have
like a
it full of-
Sunny D cup.
oh damn.
Remember
No,
But
see,
yeah.
no, you get like It's just the leftover juice from a can of like canned fruit.
That's it. There you go.
But basically, like, I do have it, but I'm not drinking it. I'm drinking Pepsi.
Nice.
Fair.
I'm drinking a named brand, but you know it comes from a red can.
Yes.
As much as I like to be sponsored by this particular company, not today.
Same.
Today I do. Today I replace my gaming chair with a throne, made solely of empty cans.
Yes.
It would be uncomfortable, but it would look amazing. Anyway,
Good.
Yes.
Ooh.
so you guys were shanghaied into helping the small little village of Kumo in dealing with a
Oh.
few problems. Top of their agenda was dealing with some kobolds that might still be in the local area. And whilst they'd opted to go down the route of a militia to do all this, I actually now need to have a light on because I cannot read pencil scribbles in the dark. Yes, I'm getting that old.
Yes.
Yeah, so they would like to deal with the kobolds with an actual militia. However, they do require someone of a royal guard standing to come and train them. Otherwise, their militia would be considered an insurrection and ergo be wiped out. And since we might as well do two birds with one stone, they also needed to have a tithe taken down to the port town of Minato as like a payment to their daimyo. So you guys got Shanghai into guarding that caravan, was also securing a message to go grab permission to build a militia. Along the route, you were attacked by bandits. One of you nearly dying. And
Yes.
I deeply apologise. I was aiming for someone else, namely the captain. Captain
Hey,
survived.
Captain
maybe.
survived. So,
No, you
yeah.
survived. You've got some funky battle scars now. You're battle hardened. Not leveled. I did an XP check. You are not leveled.
Damn it.
Wah, wah.
But you did manage to make it down to Minato with minimal fuss and bother, even meeting a dryad along the way. Well, two of you meeting a dryad because elves are only getting 4 hours sleep, which is pretty impressive. And that's really where we meet up on this week's session, as you guys have arrived in the port town
Yes.
of Minato. And whoopsie, let's throw that up a bit so people can actually see what's going on. Yes, we know what the mentions are. It's live channels being dumb and not registering that I've already seen the message. There we go. Okay. So welcome to the port town of Minato. It is a busy little harbour town. You can see quite a few fishing boats going back and forth. As you guys come down the river, you can quite clearly work out where things are. So Area 5 over here, on the bottom half of the map. Which, if this map is massive, there is a handout. Aptly called the Minato Map Handout.
Ah,
Yes.
how very convenient.
Indeed.
Yes.
You can see like it's all built up with high military walls, and you can see several banners fluttering in the wind and the sea breeze. One of those banners you recognise as the Royal Guard crest for the 7th Company, as it's just a simple little diamond shape and the kanji for 7 put in the centre of this diamond in calligraphy, along with the crest for the noble family that rules over Minato, which are known as the Namikaze family. No, take my mic stand with my notebook. That's a bad thing. Yeah, that's what the noise was. Shows how high my desk is bent. Anyway, but yeah, that flag's also fluttering in the breeze, and as you guys pull into dock and everything, a dock hand comes down to greet you and asks you, where have you been, and what cargo are you hauling? As he pulls out a notebook and begins to flick to the relevant page and makes note of the day and the approximate time. Well, speak up, I haven't got all day.
We have this person. Well, do you want to explain?
Yes. We got a problem with some kobolds, and we need to be, as a group, we needed to come down here and list ourselves to help with the troublesome kobolds. And asking the captain that is there any cargo?
Well, we're the ones that are bringing the cargo.
Yeah,
Along.
the cargo's already in your boat and everything else.
Yeah. Basically, we're bringing in some cargo. We need to go and speak to some guards about a cobalt problem back down the river. And then we're going to travel back.
Alright then, fantastic. Goes over and speaks to the captain. And they have a bit more of a in-depth conversation. You hear the passing of money and goods, and the captain tells you all that. You know, this is your cargo. Your job to unload it, not mine.
Yep, we'll get
he's
to
going
it.
for the dockhand to sort out docking fees and whatnot. Even kindly provides you with a cart, small little hand cart for you to load the supplies on and get a moving on.
Yes.
So I take it if you guys want to do the supplies first, you want to go hand those off to the military ward.
Yeah,
Yes.
might as well
Yes.
dump the baggage.
Fantastic. So, you all make your way across the military ward as you get to the one lone bridge that links the city to the military ward. You can see guarding the gate are two guards dressed in fine kimonos, almost. I've forgotten the actual terminology now. I know in Bleach it's called a shihokusho, but I don't think it's the right term.
It's not Hakama or something like that, is it? Or
I can't remember.
There's Yakutas.
I need to
More of a
backtrack to my research. But anyway, you can tell they are dressed as military personnel. As they got swords on their sides and everything, and they seem to be having a conversation. They're not really doing their job well. Eventually they see you all approach and they both look over, and those of you with a higher than average perception, you can make out that their conversation basically comes to an house. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just one afternoon of nothing.
laughs in passive perception of 16.
Yep.
Loves at passive perception 13.
Pretty much.
doesn't laugh and is looking the opposite way with passive perception at 0.
Passive,
I mean-
passive would be 10. It's 10 plus whatever your Anyway, eventually, as you get closer, they hold you up and go, all right, hold up there. What kind of stuff are you hauling in today?
Ask the
Why do you not
deckhand.
tell them? Because I can't
And
remember
the
what they
captain.
said.
Hang on. Shizuka will write in prestidigitation. We had bought a tithe for. I'm trying to remember who we're supposed to speak to. We brought in a tithe to speak to the one in charge of.
It would be the daimyo, which is Lord Namikaze.
The daimyo, Lord Namikaze.
Hang on, I'll
Yeah.
put it in the Roll20 chat.
Yeah, thank you.
Oops, I can't even spell it right.
Gee.
What is wrong with me today? There we go.
Yeah,
Namikaze.
impressive. Yeah. Namikaze. So, Shizuka writes in prestidigitation. We brought a tithe for the daimyo, Lord Namikaze, requesting some assistance in dealing with a kobold problem in the village of Kumo.
They look over your note and... Well, you're in a bit of a tough spot, though his lordship's not here right now. He's currently out doing his patrol of the city, along with his personal guard. If you have any other issues today, we can maybe sort that out, but if you want to speak to his lordship, you're best off either waiting or going to find him in person somewhere in town.
Is there a certain route that he takes around town? Sorry, no, you ask.
Oh no, I was going to say, when is he likely to be back? I write in prestidigitation.
If you want an actual route through town, I mean, he went, they like speaking, talking to each other, he left for like an hour ago. Yeah, so he'd be still at Highside by now. If not, certainly towards the centre of town. Yeah, so have a look around Highside in the centre district. Yeah, you can't really miss him. He'll have a big fancy carriage and everything. Man likes his show.
Well,
Sure.
I think I'm gonna start heading to find their lordship. And anyone who wants to join me is welcome.
Oh yeah, I think we're all going as a group anyway.
Yeah.
Now we've got rid of this stuff.
I was gonna write. Where do you want us to put the tithe in the meantime?
And they gesture to like a small little park they have on the side where you can see a couple of other hand carts have been left currently empty, so you guys can put your full one in there. You can see the other guys are quite upset because it clearly is his turn to check any carts coming in, so he begrudgingly grabs a clipboard and flicks through some parchments and alright, and starts, you can hear him counting off, several bags of rice, bushels of wheat, bags of apples. Sounds like the most begrudging sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah. I suppose, I give a little bow as a kind of sign of thank you and join the others. After putting the cart, like, where we've been told to.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys begin heading off through the town of Minato. Let me just throw my points of interest thing here. So, where are we going to? Oh. So, where do you want to go to first? Do you want to check out Highside or the Centre District?
What kind of time of day is it? Is it
It's about late
morning or
afternoon-ish.
afternoon?
It was about midday when you guys arrived, so it's getting on for a bit of late afternoonish. Depending on which district you want to hit up first.
We could check the outer ones then before it gets too dark.
Yes.
Because the inner centre's at least going to stay light for longer, I'm going to assume.
This is very true.
Okay, Dixon. So, I'm starting off on Highside.
Yep.
Cool. So, Highside is mostly a residential area. You can see like lots of houses are all spaced out and everything else. A few people take up to small local farming. There's quite a lot of shops up here as well, but they're general goods stores and everything else. And as you're sort of weaving your way through the streets and everything, you actually do finally come across the Lord's parade, as it were. Sort of about here-ish at these crossroads.
Oh, yes.
I have a map prepared.
Ooh.
As there is a bit of a commotion upon your arrival. Let's bring on the relative characters and players to the scene. As it appears that dynamic lighting has broken. Dang it.
And by the way, I actually noticed one little thing. There are some ACs marked wrong on the overlay bit.
They shouldn't be.
Because it says my AC is 12, my AC is 16.
Yeah, my AC is 16.
Dang it. They were right when I did the...
Wait, my AC by the overlay, it says my AC is 12, Aaron's AC is 14, Tash's is 15, Choppa's is 12, and Khan's is 13.
Mine is right.
I
Mine's
repeat,
16.
Yeah, I
Dang
know.
it. Dang it, they were right when I checked them last time. Oh well, right, let's turn off dynamic lighting then. It doesn't hurt if you guys see this whole map. Right,
Yep.
and now to bring you guys all across. That
Yay!
Yay.
Okay then. So you guys are all the way down here. So it's being the right part of the map. And up over
Yes.
here, you can, as you sort of round the corner, you can make out a palanquin with a rather rotund noble in it, in fine silk robes and everything. He's growing a bit of a spotty goatee. It's not exactly clean. And everything else. And he's surrounded by 4 armed guards who also double up as carrying his palanquin, and in front of this is a man with a red scarf around his neck and very shabbily dressed, kneeling full on like kowtow, begging for forgiveness. You can see like there's quite a crowd gathering around the whole commotion.
Hmm.
And those of you with well, I think you can all hear it because it's well within earshot. You can hear this particular lord going, "You interrupt my palanquin and my tribute through the city. Oh, this thing's absolutely inexcusable unless you pay the fine." And you see the guy on the ground like looks up and realizes a chance of forgiveness, reaches through his pockets, and you can hear the sounds of loose change being gathered, and he walks up closer to the palanquin, holds out his hands and everything else. And you just hear a faint sound of this palanquin creaking as he looks over. "And this is what you offer me, your spare change?" And he smacks the guy's hands. You hear the coins go over. Everyone panics for the briefest of moments. "I find that so disrespectful. I shall instead have your head. Gods, make an example of him." And he sits back and closes the palanquin door. You hear the sound of a blade being drawn. "Oh, no, no, please, mercy, mercy, forgive me."
I'm gonna fucking cast Prestidigitation to... Oh, God.
Can I send the genie out there to, like, blow away the sword?
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
I know, that's what I was like. What can somebody do?
I mean, I was just gonna... I mean, yeah, you could totally do the blowing away of the sword, and I could just grab their attention by, like...
It's just the wind, like, you know, nothing to do with
Yeah,
that.
just hang on. What does Prestidigit? What can I do with Prestidigitation?
I've got a great idea for minor illusion.
You can make a small. Freaking shower of sparks. Yeah, I'm gonna freaking cause a shower of sparks and shit, just to draw their ire. I'm panicking.
Oh, how I miss you guys when I throw these moral problems at you.
But yeah, okay. So Zoppa's gonna like attempt to get the genie to blow the swords out of their hands. I'm creating fireworks. What minor illusion are you gonna do?
So with minor illusion, I was totally going to make it so that when the sparks go off, you hear like a royal set of trumpets going like as if to announce that we have arrived.
Yeah,
Royalty.
Damn it.
Do it! Do it.
Okay. So you create a shower of sparks. Dom, you create this whole, amazing fanfare noise. Zopper, you ask the genie to do something, and it's... very well, if I must. But remember, next time, if you want something done, you need to say it with the words in front. That's how this whole thing works. And there was a strong gust of wind, like, the guard raises his sword up ready to bring it down. And it buffets him for a second, but he still holds his stance. But with all the noise going on, he stops and looks over at your direction, over the corner.
I mean, I presume we'd just
And
appear.
the noble, after like all this interruption and everything, opens up his palanquin, comes out, and there's this definite creak, and you hear like the sound of wood flexing back into shape. It's like, who has the balls?
And then all you hear is crowd just going,
heart like a red sea.
just pointing at himself and the others.
At this time, Relgash is like, okay, I think because he is already stopped, we could go to speak with him. Maybe try to calm him down in a constructive manner. Let's just say it like this.
You know what? Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna balls to the wall, stroll. Yeah, I mean, back up with you good guys.
Yeah, we'll head on with you.
Balls to the wall, stroller.
Is that going to be the name of our group?
Balls to the wall.
Not what was it? The heart of soul or something or another.
The burning soul.
Soul.
Yeah, burning soul.
soul.
Yeah, this time our group will be balls to the wall. And our sigil is flaming balls.
Final season. It's all you're already balls to the wall.
Yes.
Oh, as you stride forward, the daimyo straightens himself up a little bit and composes himself. A priestess. Great. Let me guess, I shouldn't kill a man for disrespecting my presence.
Because you
write
are
in
ter...
Oh,
Yeah.
carry on. Do it. Go.
Wait.
You shouldn't kill him, being that he just came to ask something from his from their leader, and leader needs to be one who provides answers, not just punishments.
The fact of the matter is, this man is in fact a criminal. He's known of a dangerous gang, and he grabs the scarf that this guy has and almost half hangs him by it, and points out that he's a member of the Red Scarfs. I can't let someone like him run around. I'd certainly go ahead and make an insight check.
I wanna make
Yeah,
an
I'm gonna
check to
insight
make sure
that too.
He
So
God.
the F out of this.
frickin'
I'm insightful about nothing.
fuck.
Meanwhile, I am.
Same.
Ooh, I'm quite
Very
insightful.
Quite insightful.
So Shizuka and Relgash, you guys don't discern anything from that comment. Khan and Zopper, you two though gather that this is actually quite the problem he's having. And so the way like he's holding the scarf, like this guy is quite obviously a gang member, and he wanted an excuse, and the excuse has now presented himself, so he's gonna take it. But also you notice like this guy with the scarf is young by Elven standards.
How young are we talking?
If we're going human, we're going like 12, 13.
I would like to write in prestidigitation. This person you're calling a criminal is but a mere child. How can you make such a how can you make such a judgment? How can you make such a harsh judgment?
He throws the guy behind him, one of the guards. The two guards behind him grab him by both shoulders. Hold blades across so he doesn't try anything stupid. I make judgments because I am the daimyo. And yes, the judgments are harsh, but they serve a purpose. Just to keep order. If we allow things to run amok, then order fails.
I am looking for a Confucius-related proverb to match this occasion.
Well, surely you shouldn't. Can I just add into? Well, surely shouldn't you be going to the root of the problem, because they are children, so it's got to come from somewhere. So surely it must go back a little bit. They can't be the sole root of the problem. They must be doing it for some reason.
Oh, they are part of the problem. The root of their problem lies with their own parents and a terrible upbringing.
Then why don't you go to
Harsh
the root of the problem?
educations must be made. And he turns to the guards and gives a nod, and they don't cut him at the throat where you watch. He's like, in one swift movement, they actually just remove an ear.
Oh.
And it's a clean cut. It's not like a vicious, like Gallagher splurt across the thing. But he's still writhing around in pain on the floor. He turns
Here's a
around to
lovely.
several of the other people, and you guys now begin to notice as well, several people in this crowd all wear red scarves. And look concerned and begin to back down a little bit, and the daimyo just goes, and consider this lesson learned. And hops back into his palanquin, and this conversation is over. If you have more complaints, feel free to swing by the military ward. And the guards pick him up in the palanquin, about face, march off.
I am gonna cast a Cure Wounds on the kid. I know, I only have one more... this is gonna be...
Out for today.
No, this is... I only have one more spell slot remaining after this one, so yeah, they heal for 11 points.
Yeah, so you can cure
yeah.
wounds, and the bleeding stops around the ear, and weeks of healing have gone by. You can still peer out of it, but obviously the cone effect of an ear is long since gone.
Who wants to know a horrible history's fact?
Go on.
I do.
Because I have the perfect horrible history's fact for this. So, in medieval times, they would cut off your ear if you were found to be gossiping, and then they would nail your ear to a post and hang it outside your door, and that's where the term "as deaf as a post" comes from.
It's true.
Oh.
It's awesome.
Because the posts have your ears on, and of course, it's
you
deaf
can't
as a
hear a thing.
post, and you can't hear a thing.
For a fact, these were the kind
So
of
there you
things that
go.
went about
There's-
doing the Sengoku Jidai as well.
Yeah, so it's 100% accurate.
True that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. The crowd then, after this display, begins to disperse. Shizuka heals the poor boy who sits there. Thank you, but you've got yourself in a whole heap of trouble now.
I can't just Rex sketch. Heap of trouble.
Exactly,
Mm,
Kenku friend.
how
They
do
just
you
seem disappointed
mean?
as if you listen but you don't look at the gesture.
How do you
We'll sort
mean
them out
we
along the
are
way.
in trouble?
Well, the daimyo is going to think you're associated with us now. Those are the Red Scarf group, and he reveals his
Well,
scarf and everything else.
well,
Oh, you don't have red
let
scarf?
us worry
Okay.
about that. Sorry, Christy, what were you saying?
We said, but we're not wearing red scarves, so clearly we're not.
Yeah, true.
But he's seen you. He's going to take notes. Town Guard are going to be against you. The Royal Guard are going to be against you. The 7th
We'll
Company.
go and speak to them. It'll be fine.
They
You'll
are
sort them out.
honorable. They are honorable people, at least usually.
Anyway, they're not going to kill a priest. Think of how much hell that would bring down on them.
Yes.
But
Shizuka nods.
you don't understand. The two are like inseparable. It's terrible being here. There's no honor in them. This is the worst place we've ever been.
I
Let's
still
not
think.
discuss it now. So, let me buy you a drink at least. At least not here. Down at the fishing district, dockside.
Yeah, Shizuka will write and prestidigitation. It would be an honor for you to accompany us.
Cool.
And she gives a smile.
Cool.
Fantastic. As you all begin to make your way out of the district, though you begin to notice as well, there's clearly two gangs within this city now. On the one side, you have the Red Scarfs, and on the other side, you have a group of individuals that wear like that straw hat kind of apparel.
That's one
Okay.
that's like under like big.
Yeah, I've forgotten the name of the hat style now, but that straw hat brim look. But you notice that it's actually made out of tree bark as opposed to straw that's been thatched.
Ooh.
Casa is a casa hat.
Thank you. Thank you, I can remember the name of it. I was tempted to plop it on Khan's head as opposed to Wizard's hat, and it still looked just as daft. But anyway, this boy explains that you have the two rival gangs. You have the red scarves and the bark hats. And where you guys were was bark hat territory, and he really shouldn't have been that far. But he was running an errand for his old man,
Oh.
and his dad's going to be absolutely livid that he's lost an ear. He was
The
stupid.
boy?
He shouldn't have got caught.
I was going to say, if he was mad at the boy, I'd be like, listen here, you... Well, I mean, in a more priestly and honourable manner. Oh, why am I playing a cleric and not a bard?
Or could you imagine a silent bard? You do well just by beatboxing.
Yes! Oh my god, that's going to be my next character.
I'm just giving you an idea now. Alright,
Yes.
I don't have a map for the Dockside District because I didn't make one.
That's fine. Theatre of the mind.
Yeah. Well, also making the map stuff takes forever to try and make them manageable. Anyways, eventually you come through to the dockside district, and you are brought into a tavern aptly named the Susano's Exile.
Ooh.
And inside this small little dingy bar-like interior. Actually, no, I do have a map for this one. I have a map.
Nice.
I do indeed have a map.
Yes, map.
He has a map. He has a map. Right, I just need to grab all you tokens from on hither. Yeah. Because it's quicker and easier just to do copy. And the pasting. And the dynamic lighting works in here.
Huh.
Brilliant.
Yes.
I'll throw the
Shit.
commoner really quick. And you can see like this whole area is it's a bit busier than you would expect. You can see one side is meant for the casual sit down, have a warm cup of sake and a quick exchange, and the other side is meant for more like a sit down proper meal and discussion and everything else. And over here in this corner you can see a group of sailor types wearing red scarves. One of them certainly a lot stronger than the rest, but he, as opposed to a scarf, he's got it like as a Rambo style bandana around his head.
Interesting.
With a black mess of hair over the top. And they begin to argue with some of the stuff. I'm like, come on, sweetheart, where's our freaking bread? And a few people are chatting, and these guys, you can see they're like playing card games and things like that, having this back and forth. Eventually the boy runs up, gives a respectful bow, and, Father, I've returned. Apologies, the mission was a bust. I was caught, and eventually his father stands up and like brings him in for a hug. It's like, and you can hear him like saying, "Elvis, thank God you're safe, and no, your head wasn't lost." And then the second later, full on slap across the face.
Mm.
Well, you were stupid enough to get caught. Need to train you better next time. Obviously, your soft foot's getting heavy, and he goes back down and he sits. Who's this you brought in with you?
We cleaned him up and we watched it all. Tried to save him.
He likewise. He then stands up and straightens himself off, and then gives you a much more respectful bow, and whilst his head's still down, he says, I thank you for looking after my son. Apologies. Come, sit. Eat and drink with us, and he ushers to the rest of his gang to go upstairs, and we'll discuss this later. To which all these guys
So much wine.
all leave upstairs. Eventually his boy swings around to his dad's side, and he ushers you over to sit down at this table. You can see they've got their cards out and everything else. Can I get you anything? Sake?
I could use a nice glass of sake.
I suppose if it's traditional.
Very well then. Tells his boy to go let the staff know and everything else.
Khan would just simply respond to him when he says, would you like anything? And he just goes, anything!
And he gives you like this blank look of, oh, yeah. Of course, Kenku can't speak.
Big!
Oh. So yeah, the boy runs off, comes back with a tray of cups and sort of a jug filled with fresh water, and you'll have nice warm sake and everything. He introduces himself as Bardock.
Bardock?
Bardock.
Oh, Bardock.
Yes. And
Okay.
any fan of a certain anime will get the name entirely. and says, that since I've got entangled in this mess between the Red Scarves, the Bar Cats, and now the City Watch, I'm guessing you're going to need a friend, and I'm willing to be that friend, begrudgingly.
Yes, but as you can see, there is that we might be able to bargain with the City Watch at least. I don't know about the Bar Cats.
Well, have fun trying to bargain out the City Watch. Bunch of vile pricks, if you ask me.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm not just I'm not just a normal person, and points out that he has a soldier rank.
What, sorry?
His soldier insignia.
Oh. He looks at it, looks back to you, and is like, you put that thing away before I put a sword in your face.
Yeah.
And like, you can feel the glare.
Yes. I know.
I will write in prestidigitation. Forgive my friend. We know not of the political situation between the Bar Cats, the Red Scarves, and the City Watch.
Well, that makes sense. You guys seem to be from out of town.
Yes, we are.
It was all started a few years ago. The daimyo was newly ascended to his throne and everything, and then it just so happened the same day his brother became the captain of the 7th Royal Company. And that's when everything went to absolute pot. Realising, trying to hold back the swelling and the anger that he has. And he points out that the two gangs, the Bar Cats and the Red Scarves, they were actually respected members of the town. His Red Scarves were all once notable sailors and fishermen, and they've lost all their contracts to the Royal Guard and sort of military naval power. And then the Bar Cats themselves were all members of a religious order. But they worshipped Izanagi, but they've lost all persuasion on like the city council and being on the daimyo's shoulder and everything else about the same time. And now they're treated as outlaws and criminals, even though they were literally just put out of a job. And all the while, the daimyo gets to sit in that blasted palace of his, gets to eat fat on fish that we can't get. So now my crew have taken to piracy, and the Bar Cats have taken to petty thievery. And now my little... points out that his boy was going northward to secure an arrangement with the Bar Cats that they'll strike against the daimyo more directly. Yes, fight the service captain. Do it. Do it. But yeah.
It's at this time where Tamias speaks to Khan. And Tamias is like, a strange conjurer within a town of this size. Begs to think both of these rivaling factions have seemed to have been dealt the same hand. It's curious as to why they don't join forces to face their tyrannical rule. And then Khan just verbally comes out saying, "Join forces!"
Your Kenku friend suggests joining forces. I like the sound of this.
Shizuka would nod to this, idea.
I mean,
And
if
then-
you can find their leader, if they're reasonable enough, or at least somebody from the other clan reasonable enough to speak to.
Yes.
And it's like as if Khan has like a eureka moment. Gets like everyone's attention. At this point, have like the drinks been brought to the table?
Oh yeah. Like you've all had a couple of drinks and everything else.
So it's like as if Khan gathers all the cups together and all the cards that are left behind at the table, puts the cards together on one side to like resemble, like specifically putting like kings, queens, and jacks there to resemble the military, whilst putting the cups on the other side but splitting them, using a minor illusion on half of them to be red to symbolize the red scarves and the others to symbolize the others. And he just, in his way of speaking it out, apart from mimicking others, is literally squeezing the cups together to resemble one force, and then pushes into the cards until the cups are over them, resembling taking over, and
Well,
taking everything back.
as
If you guys can decipher what the hell Khan's doing.
as Khan is doing this, Relgash just says that, Khan, that's actually a great idea. That's
Great idea.
Because as some great thinker once said that the house divided against itself cannot stand. I butchered that totally, but anyway.
If Marie was here, she would echo the sentiment.
Yes.
I would also like to write and prestidigitation after hearing the a house divided amongst themselves cannot stand. Khan's right about uniting the red scarves and the bark hats against the military. This sounds very mischievous, but maybe we could divide the house from within the military, for they cannot stand if they're divided.
That is very true.
All this while, Bardock's like looking back and forth to you. He's like, okay then. So how would you go about dividing brothers who have fought beside each other for years?
Maybe we could create a story that one or both of them are playing the long game. Like, this is written in prestidigitation. One of them could plan to backstab the other and take it all.
It'd be difficult.
Can't we literally just get them to talk normally? Maybe organise a poker night. You know, neutral ground. Offer drinks to both sides. I'll sit in the middle.
My murderous size says, yes, offer drinks both sides, but poison the militaries. Brilliant! I mean, what? No, I kid. Carry on.
You know, like a diplomatic round table of literally everything is on the table.
This is
I
where
suppose.
Khan uses his charades again, as he gets another eureka idea.
Do
But
it.
instead, what he does is he forms a circle of cards on the table to represent like members of the Royal Military, and then he creates a minor illusion to create like mini versions of us sitting at the table with them, but revealing that one of the cards is red. Trying to hint and get at the idea that make one of them look like the bad egg and make the others believe that one's been scheming the whole time. He wants more power.
Well,
I'm
this
sure
goes
there
right
is
over
one of them.
Bardock's head.
Yeah.
That was a terrible insight.
Can anyone else decipher it? Roll.
Aaron picks up on the idea and points out that what if we had someone inside as a spy and then looked over straight to Ralgash? Hey, you're an
You mean
ex-military
that-
guy. We can have you on the inside.
Sure. And as
They know what
Well-
you. Yeah, sorry. Carry on. I'll go
They-
right. I think.
I don't think they would suspect a lot, being that I'm new and I'm known being quite honorable. So we could have me inside, and we could get people to fight amongst themselves. That is true.
Oh, if we need to, I also realise that no one can actually see the chat that Shizuka posts when I'm on that screen, so I'll flick it over to that one. Seeing that the Bardock points out that if we wanted to, I mean, we can make you look like the captain, bit of a bucket head on him, put you in a bucket, job's done, no one's going to recognise that face. They'll think
Yeah,
you're just
true.
emulating the captain, instant win.
Yes.
Okay then. Well, I have an idea for the bark hats. And he pulls out a scrap of parchment and then begins to scribble a note and hands it to his son and points out that this time get it delivered without getting caught this time.
You could follow him. He's got a troop around him. He's probably less likely to be targeted.
I would write, but it might also draw more attention. That's the last thing we want.
Well, one person could tell him anyway.
One person, that would be good. Is the
we should
boy?
certainly go with the boy. You can
Yeah,
argue
is-
that amongst yourselves. If you'll excuse me, I have business to attend to upstairs.
I was going to say, is a boy an elf?
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, I was going to say either Erin or myself could pretend to be I don't know, the boy's parent or something like that. Just pretend to be come along, son. We have stuff to do. Little thing.
Oh, you can do it, but as the boy gets ready to go, he pulls his scarf off and then wraps it around his waist and makes it look like he's got a belt on.
Nice.
And he's like, can't accuse you of being a red scarf now, I'm just wearing a red sash. Anyway,
Excellent.
but Captain Bardock goes back upstairs to several private rooms that he has up there. Question is what the rest of you want to do, and who's going with the boy? Who hasn't got a name? He's literally just put in my notes as boy.
I mean, I could follow and put on a mask of thingy, so it doesn't look like.
Ooh.
Mm.
As backup, I like it.
So at least it doesn't look like, because I think a tiefling's pretty much going to stand out in this area.
Oh, yes.
So anyone seeing a yellow tiefling around is gonna.
I was gonna say Shizuka writes. Since I am of religious disposition, I could have. What's your name, young child?
Eek. GM needs to think of a random name quick.
Keiichi. There we go. Got it. There we go.
Oh, okay. I was
Keiichi.
about to say my name is KT.
Okay.
But with the accent, it sounds like KT, like the actual girl's name.
Keiichi.
Was that like you were like KT, like a girl's name? No, literally KT. It's cool.
No, that Keiichi. Yeah. Yes. There we go. That's the name of the boy. I've
Sounds like
decided.
KT. You may call him KT or Keiichi.
Yeah, Keiichi. With a chi.
Yeah.
Yes. There we go. Yeah, so Kate, so if you pretend to be my like I'm trying to think of like a priest sort of assistant, like an apostle
choir boy.
well, like the equivalent of that, like just an assistant who helps priest with things. Like stuff.
Wait, what?
Maybe like a
was the
friar
name?
or pastor?
Wait, what was the English term for it? I know what you mean.
Yeah. I know what you're getting at as well. You don't want to be someone of a higher rank, you just want to be someone of a lower rank.
Yes.
Anyways, so who's going with KG?
I am.
Shizuka and Zoppa. Cool. In which case then, I'd like you two please to make perception checks for me.
Oh,
Begin to make your way from one end of town to the other. As you get that paranoid feeling, you're being followed.
Yeah.
I think it's called verger in English, or usher.
I guess so.
I think you're right.
Okay, so
you?
right, it might vary though from religion to religion.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah.
Or sacristan or beadle.
I'd say Verge's sort of just second helper to like the priest. As if you think of Vicar Dibley, she's the vicar, and then Alice is the verger. Just like a helper.
Fair enough.
Here's a table. Hierarchy of Roman Catholic Church. Under the priests, you have either deacons or the laity. The laity being the people, and the deacons being
deacons, yeah.
the one above them, below than priests.
Yes.
True.
Deacon
and also
was
you had the Archdeacon in The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes.
Oh.
Alright. Anyways, with you two, with your perceptions, you do not feel like you're being followed, and you do manage to make it all the way to Highside, where you come across an old shrine to Izanagi. It has clearly not had the funding, or at least money put into it than you were expecting in like sort of the twilight of the afternoon. You can see quite a lot of the wood is rotting away, and a couple of the shrines haven't quite fallen in, but you can see like there's a hole in the roof, and they've just thrown an urn underneath to catch all the rainwater.
Yeah.
For you, Shizuka, this is quite hard to watch because this is like the top of.
This is heartbreaking.
Yeah,
this is heartbreaking for me.
Yeah, this is top tier god territory, and no care is given.
Yes.
But in any case, the boy leads you through, and he drops a note over to a man who is rowing the bar cat and everything, and he takes the note from the boy, gives you all like a respectful bow and thank you for the message. We will be back shortly with our reply. He goes into one of the buildings and comes back out later on. Behind him is a much older priest, and then behind him is another young priest. You have a young priest, an old priest, and a young priest again. And they all come forward, and the old priest holds out the original note and just tears it in half, and then like essentially like rips it to shreds and throws it over the three of you like confetti. I will not support this man's idea of meeting in a gambling den. I am a man of faith. I don't gamble. Tell that dumb captain he's going to have to find some other way to make me go to that whorehouse. Blessings of Izanagi upon you, now piss off.
I was going to say, is Zopper in the room as well? I was going to say, Zopper, are you in the room as well? Or
Yep, I'm going to assume so. I'm going to have my mask on, so
yeah,
I just look like a generic brown-haired woman.
Yeah. I mean, this was kind of your idea with the gambling thing, so
I didn't hear a word that was said. Excuse me for having tummy ache. So what was said?
All right. Basically, the priest was like, he came back out. So this guy's clearly the head of the bar cats, and he throws tears the letter to confetti and throws it all over the lot of you, and points out that he's not going to meet with the bread scarfs in a gambling den and a whorehouse. You can forget the idea. He's a priest. He's not sullying himself with.
You didn't say a whorehouse.
No, but that's what Bardock's letter.
Say gambling. I just meant some games.
Yeah, but you get the idea that Bardock was actually generally meeting like, let's meet in a gambling house. It's the last place they're going to look for both sides to meet. And a bar is too obvious. In a gambling house, no one's going to suspect the priest in a whorehouse or in a gambling den. So you can see there was some logic in Bardock's plan. But obviously the priest is quite pissed off.
Oh boy.
Well, we weren't going to do it on Holy Land. What about just out in a field, a nice picnic? Roll for charisma.
Yeah, roll a persuasion check. So like you suggest the idea of, what about a nice picnic? And do you like stop them
just
mid-step?
throw out the how about a nice picnic in a field?
Please roll an actual 20 in this. I've got something prepared for a natural 20.
I'm thinking a nice marquee tent.
A nice
champagne, Pims.
A nice game of mahjong.
Yeah.
One might say.
Got to think Zopper's come from like a royal household. She's been hustling like a royal household. I'm just thinking, proper 90s full weddings and a funeral, got the marquee, everybody's in some fancy like.
Well, go on then, Zopper. Roll your persuasion check.
I know, if I can find it. There you go. Hopefully.
So he stops like mid-stride and steps back down again.
Oh, pigs!
A picnic would be acceptable. It would be considered neutral ground.
We'll find a
there
nice...
definitely isn't going to be any gambling. And you promise mahjong?
Yes, we promise mahjong.
We promise mahjong. Yeah, right, we promise mahjong.
One of us can duplicate some kits. Perhaps dominoes as well. Ooh. Or is that too much out of your wheelhouse?
No, I think I can play dominoes. I'm an old man. Anyway, you, boy. Relay this message to your father. And he gives him basically the gist of the message being, we will meet outside the town tomorrow at noon.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else. Over that, You are asked very politely to leave, and I assume you depart post-haste.
And get ourselves a mahjong set.
Yes,
Yes.
before the place is closed, which you can buy one. They are.
Yeah.
They're not exactly expensive, but you wouldn't call them cheap either. They're about 5 silver a pop.
I can
It's
afford
not too bad.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I have 4 silver. I mean, we could pull something together.
I only have 5 silver left completely, so
Well, I can pull in 3 silver. You can pull in 2 silver, and then you good old Dutch.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
And then I've really got to find my other half and wring his neck for all my money back.
Or sell things. I mean, what?
That'll be a fun encounter when it happens.
Yeah.
Anyways, meanwhile, with Dom, who has gone AFK, and Foxy, well,
Who
what would
is
you
here,
guys
yes.
like to have done during all this time? You guys are currently still at the Susano's Exile, having a nice cup of sake.
Hmm.
If I
Well-
think about it, make Constitution saves, because sake is stronger than you think, especially when it's warm.
Yes.
Oh, it's really nice.
Really nice and warm.
But think about it, I'm going to roll for Aaron as well.
Can't save on sake, you say?
Indeed. I'm glad you heard this whole conversation. Power
Oh, yeah.
wireless headsets.
Oh yeah. Right.
Pop out.
In before we get to see bloody. Oh great! Look at all
Wow.
my 0 cons.
Heroine survives! Relgash does not, though.
Damn it.
Con
It-
save?
Except that was Constitution check, not Constitution save.
Make a save, I'll check.
There we go.
Dang it!
Mighty.
So the three of you, so Erin, Khan, and Relgash, you guys are all fine. But you can feel like your cheeks are beginning to get flush, and you're slurring the odd word, but it's nothing to really worry about. But a very anime style, you know. If this was going to be like a anime cartoon, I'd be adding some pink flush to your cheeks on the characters.
Yes. Well, I myself will probably start planning how to get good in good standing with the city guard
Mm.
and how to get in there.
Okay. I'm trying to think if there would be a check you can appropriately roll for this. Go ahead and just make me an intelligence check.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting. My intelligence modifier is 0.
It might be the sake and like the buzz you're getting right now, but you can't really think of a decent way in beyond just like taking all your armor off, going there with just your swords, and like, hey, I'd like to join the Royal Guard, please. And like that kind of thing working. That's kind of the best you can come up with by the time the girls come back, and Aaron by this point like is asking for another bottle and then realizing, oh, I haven't got a lot of money. But she's also in the mood to go on a bit of a gamble.
Mm.
Spree.
Dang.
So she's tempted to leave you guys for a bit and go and enjoy herself. Unless you guys want to join her.
Suppose so.
Fantastic. Annoyingly, I don't have the map for this. I was in the middle of making it before I realised that I have a show to do. But she does lead you through the city and everything else, and she finds a gambling house for you all.
Excellent.
And it's a simple little place out in the Fish Docks district. Very unassuming and everything else. You go in, you can see there are some girls dressed in well, women I should say, not girls. Although Japan does have this underage thing going for it, which is questionable.
Yeah, it's not everywhere though. It's a bit of a myth.
Yeah.
It's certain like provinces and that. I watched a video on it. It's like certain areas, and it's a carryover from like years and years ago.
Yeah.
So
it's
I mean,
an old
law is still
thing.
18, kind of thing. Yeah, law is still 18.
Yeah. But anyway, certainly lots of women dressed in very loose-fitting kimonos, and they're deliberately like blowing the shoulders down so you get a nice bit of cleavage. You know what you're paying for, sort of thing. And it's all very
So it's like
seductive.
a free
and
trial.
whilst everyone's tempted, you can see she like gives a couple of glasses here and there. It's like, actually, do you know what? No, I've come here for gambling. And then you're brought into the actual gambling house itself, and it's not like a casino. This place is straight up a simple little hall with a mat across the middle. You're all asked to remove your weapons and place them in sort of like almost like a cloakroom kind of system. No charge or anything like that. And all you can hear is like this call from very enthusiastic and energetic dealers, and they're all going, odds or evens, place your bets. Place your bets, and the sound of a cup hitting the mat hard, and then a hold for the betting, and then quite literally you're hearing odds, evens, and people sighing and getting quite annoyed and getting pulled and everything else. If you've ever played the game Crown and Anchor, this will be very eerily similar.
Crowder, what now?
Have you never played Crown and Anchor? It's a dice game.
Uh,
It's very similar to this. I've forgotten the name of it already in Japanese, but it's quite literally odds or evens.
oh, okay.
Liar's dice.
Not quite. Liar's Dice is a bit different.
Yeah. Baccarat?
No, it's not Baccarat.
No, it's not.
It has a name.
Anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm like thinking,
Chohan,
you know what?
That's the name of it.
You know what?
Was it?
Chohan. So Cho is even,
Oh.
Odd is odd. So it's literally odds, evens.
Oh.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Those of you that wish to play, tis quite a simple game. You place your bet, and all you do is, and you have a little token placed in front of you. One side reads odd, the other side reads even. And all you can see is 2d6 going into the cup, getting shaken, slap down, and all you have to do is make the call of what the result is going to be. Do you think the
How
call
much
will
is
be
the
odd
bet?
or even? It's how much you want to put in.
It's 50-50 basically every time.
Yeah. Well, Relgash is going to make one gold coin to some coppers, and gonna go like, okay, let's see, and it's going to be even.
Okay.
Cool. Anybody else joining in? Erin lays down and she bets it's
I say
gonna be
odd. Well, no, I don't actually have any money, so I can't.
And
Can I ask? Sorry.
Yeah,
Go on.
go on.
I was going to say, can I try to give a go at persuading them to give me a go without putting any money down? Because I have no money. Oh.
I was going to say,
Quite
as you make a persuasion check, like one guy looks over to you and is like, Okay, I'll cover your bet, but if you lose, you have to spend a night with me. Deal?
Deal.
Cool. And he puts down 2 silver for you. So
Okay,
the question is,
I go odd.
so you're going odds, Foxy?
I'm going evens.
Even? Everyone goes odd as well. Betting's holded. He had a cup go down, and as the cup's lifted, 5 and 4, 9. It is odd.
Okay.
So, Foxy, you lose your
Damn.
money. Aaron and
Zoppa.
Zoppa, yeah, I've forgotten the character name for a second there. You get your money back, but doubled. So if you put in 2 silver, you got 4 silver back.
Nice.
To which the guy that messaged is like, well, win some and lose some. I've lost twice in one night. I'm done. And you can see,
Oh, poor
Hey.
sweetie. I'll still sleep with you.
he gives you this look of like, okay. Now it's getting interesting.
And
And you can see that like, as he
Relgash
brings
just
his money
keeps
together, it's a good haul of cash he's got. It is probably somewhere in like a good 100 gold, but he's got it all in like silver coinage.
Yeah.
The guy is quite rich.
and Relgash is just gonna keep gambling.
Everyone's going to
Being
join
that-
you, and it's like you two just keep upping each other. It goes from like 2 silver, 4, 8, 2 gold, 3 gold. It's getting out of hand quick. We'll say for the sake of brevity,
Relgash is just gonna play max 2 gold, so
out of interest, how many rounds are you thinking of playing?
2 silvers around, so how much is that then?
Be 10 rounds,
Yes.
essentially. But don't forget, every time you win, you get like double your money back.
Yep.
So we'll just do that for now. So we'll say for the sake of brevity, you managed to make back 33 silver.
Nice.
Nice for him.
Yeah. Well, Aaron does the exact same thing as well. I'll just make a note of it in the notes section. Where is it? I like so in that way when Marie's able to play again, at least she'll know where all the money's come from. So you will have a
Yes.
fairly good night. I don't know if
Yes.
Khan joins in on all the fun, or you're just sitting there watching mad people play with dice, or do you go and do something else, Khan?
So throughout this whole time, Khan has just been trying to hold himself because he just sees shiny coins everywhere, and his inner Kenku is like, shinies everywhere, must collect shine. Tobias is just like constantly speaking to him, just going, remember, Khan, that life that you once lived is behind you now. You are an honorable magician, a wizard of
I'm
many
important.
talents.
I don't have need for money, although money could buy research.
However, a
Abilities
few
is capable
coins
to
may-
speak.
Yeah, that's it. So, like, Tobias is trying to calm him down, but then realizes, but a few gold pieces might be handy in case we find a tome of use. Wait, no! Just as soon as he gives him that leeway, you just have Khan eyeing up the game that's happening. Not committing, just amazed by the shines. The gleams of the coins.
Yeah, you see the overall haul there that Aaron and Relgash brings in. It's quite pretty.
Oh, yes.
It's the shiniest of shinies. But still, the evening passes, nothing really bad untoward happens. And the following morning comes. Zoppo, you wake up with a strange man next to you.
Mm-hmm.
And Your head's just filled with disappointment.
Oh,
Damn,
Damn.
I've had worse.
Just
As long
one.
as he's not stolen anything.
No, he hasn't actually. He's left your stuff alone. Although you do see the pile of coin he had.
No,
A choice
I will
I'll let
not
you
sink. I will not sink.
make. Band of honourable thieves. I keep leaving the choice and you'll keep ignoring it. I'm so proud of you. Meanwhile, Shizuka, you wake up in a cleaner than it was shrine.
Aww.
And you sort of get woken up to an old man leaning over you. Hey, what are you doing in my shrine? This wasn't his voice. It's the one I'm sticking to now. It's from the West Country.
feel like Father Ted.
It'd be even better if he sounded like Jethro.
Oh no, I can't.
Is it all of a sudden he's just going to say, drink?
Yeah, Shizuka will write in prestidigitation. Forgive me for trespassing and intruding. I felt the shrine was in disarray, so I thought I would. What's another word for
Come and
tidy up?
do some.
So I thought I'd bring it back to its former glory and respectful image as of the great Izanagi. Yeah.
And he picks up the broom and begins to sort of like pat you sort of behind the neck to try and get you to move. It's like, well, move out the way. You're in the way of the morning ceremony. Move.
Yep, I move. I'm like, yep. Yep, I move.
And he points towards like one of the other houses in the, well, one of the other buildings, and if you need a morning wash up, all the shrine maidens sleep in that place over there. They'll happily see to you.
Yeah, Shizuka will give a bow of thanks, head over to the wash house.
Mm-hmm.
The shrine maidens will hopefully take care of me.
Indeed, and you have a nice good wash and everything else.
To clean me of my friend's gambling sins.
Speaking of, with Team Gamble,
Mm-hmm.
you guys, well, it's more for Erin and Relgesh. Khan didn't really gamble. Khan was like, so many shinies.
He like
I
got
thought-
drunk off of the shine.
Now, I don't have to steal that man's money, but I could always persuade someone else.
Get a few.
No. I'm really not
So,
that evil.
Oh,
So wait a
I just see
minute,
you sent
what
us.
was-
I'm scared to open it now, Christy.
It
No,
was
it's nothing to do
30, 33 silver what we won.
Yeah, 33 silver.
Okay, so as soon as Relgash sees Zoppa, he is gonna be like, "Hey, Zoppa, come over here."
Well, yep, I will come over.
Yeah.
Readjusting my robe and
Yeah, like we had quite a nice night here gambling, so here, take this, and gives Zoppa 10 silver.
thank you very much. Makes up for me not stealing that bloke's.
Aw, what a gentleman.
He is very honourable.
Alright then.
And if I am correct, 10 silver equals 1 gold piece.
Indeed.
This is correct.
Yes.
And with that in mind, and everything else, it for the sake of expediency. The time rolls on. You can see the sun now slowly creeps around to midday-ish, unless you guys want things you want to do within town.
Ooh, do we
We
get
need to
our spell
double
slots
up this.
back?
Sorry.
Oh no, I was going to say, do we get our spell slots and stuff back?
Yeah, it's considered a short rest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Long
okay.
rest is 3 days. Because
Oh yeah, okay,
realism
so...
you've had a night, which is short rest.
Okay, then I'm still on 1 spell slot left. Okay, good to know.
Unfortunately, which
Just gonna-
realism is going to be such a pain for early levels. When you get to later levels, you're going to be like, do we really rest this often?
Yeah.
So I'm playing Diablo 2 on hardcore mode, it's constantly resting. Even
Yep.
Baldur's Gate 2 on hardcore mode, constantly resting. But still, gets around to midday, unless you guys want to do anything in town.
Say, have we got anyone that can double these mahjong sets
You
for
can
us?
only go and
To...
buy another mahjong set if you really
use?
want. You've got money now.
Yes.
I don't want to buy it. I want to find someone that can double. Just you know, that will just poof
Well,
another
no,
couple.
actually come
You know,
another
we don't
set.
need to keep. Yeah, that's what I mean. We don't need to like. It doesn't need to last. It just needs to last until this picnic's over and done with. Just multiply it a little bit. I did say there'd be multiple.
Yeah, but even duplicating something physically takes time, effort, money, and it only lasts like an hour at most.
I'll buy another mahjong set.
Or it will be bring your own. Instead of bring your own brews, bring your own.
Bring food,
It's a BOM night. Bring your own mahjong.
Although, strange enough, the fact that the priest said, like, it is going to be mahjong and not something stupid, you suspect he probably has a fair few mahjong sets.
Hmm.
I mean, it's true.
well, Relgash is still trying to figure out a way to get into the town guard.
Yeah, that's still proving quite the difficult thing to solve. Oh,
So,
bear with me,
another-
Jackson, I'm just trying to find it back.
Kill the guard, wear their skin, walk in. No, I mean, what? I'm a horrible person.
Or help the guard to detain someone who is a threat to them.
Quite possibly. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, Foxy.
Alrighty.
As you begin to like really ponder this idea, you're like, that works. So
Yes.
you go towards sort of where the military ward meets the actual town itself, so like the pedestrian side of the bridge, as it were. And there is a notice board up. And in a very WoW-esque fashion, you can see that they want Bardock, the head of the Red Skulls. They want... did I put who was the leader of the Barcats? No, I did not.
Right, I will be back. I appear to have gone low, so my eyes are suddenly going. So I will be back.
Okie dokes. I didn't put down who was the head of the Barcats. I'm a terrible person.
How dare you?
He shall be Mr. Hashirama.
Hashirama.
Yes.
Oh.
I've already stolen one name from Naruto, might as well steal more. It's
not?
basically ancient Japan gone mad. Anyway. So yeah, there's call-outs for those two if they are caught doing anything against the law to be immediately executed. Not arrested, executed.
Okay.
That's how serious he is about this whole thing.
Ew.
And then there were several other call-outs for monstrous creatures, although like part of you's like, oh, this can't be right. This is a fairy tale. This is nonsense. But you see that the reward not only comes with gold, but it's like immediate assignment to the royal guard here.
Will
like, no, you don't have to go through the whole training program and then get assigned to random places. Like you get straight here.
yeah, Relgash just notices that it has a quite huge amount of money and entitlements come with it. He's just gonna rip it off the bulletin board and just start to find this troublesome being.
Yeah, give me a second. I just need to randomize it for you.
Yes.
Wheel of morality, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. Nothing of interest. Come on, D&D Beyond, give me something good. Yeah, that works. So the thing you're being asked to go and kill is an Umber Hulk.
Ooh. Okay.
And thankfully, the was that not displaying? Come on, how about this phone to VTT? Oh, that'd be why, because there was no virtual tabletop for it to find. Boo. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm doing it on the laptop, and of course the laptop's not connected to the virtual tabletop because Roll20's not on my laptop right now. So yeah, it does have a very artistic sketch about it. There you go. You can see what it looks like, so it's like a insectoid-like creature.
Oh. Okay. Well, Relgash starts to move towards the inn and tries to find others of the party.
Yeah, well, you guys all about doing any other odd bits you want to do for the day?
I think I'm just more preparing for like the live mahjong games, really. Like trying to help Zoppa organise the mahjong game. You know, like getting some drinks together and like getting the marquee, because like we did promise a marquee.
Artie. Oh, you know, for what? Shade, you know, we're not.
Yes, this is a thing. Yes, this is a thing.
We're not complete animals. We do want
to
wine and dine them.
Barbarians.
Okay, so you guys like go out gathering those bits. You do come across one shop that has certain bits that might interest you. It is called the Murasaki no Menagerie.
Murasaki no Menagerie?
Yes.
Wow.
I probably butchered the name pronunciation, but in Japanese it literally translates to purple.
Oh, Murasaki no, or something like that.
Yeah, well, you've got a literal translation would be the purple menagerie.
Ah.
And inside you are met with a rather audacious. Can't think of the right descriptors, but he's certainly a high elf. He dresses in fine robes, and his hair is like shocking electric purple.
Flamboyant is the word.
It's a good word, an accurate comparison for this character would be like Gilmore from Campaign 1 of Critical Role, but I don't want to
Yes.
say Gilmore. But he sees you comes, oh, welcome. Welcome to my humble menagerie. What can I interest you in today? A cape of billowing, perhaps? Maybe something new. And he produces a simple wand. And he realises that he shouldn't flick it upwards, and he realises, whoopsie, I've opened an umbrella indoors. But you see, like, no umbrella.
I was going to say, who's with me at this
Oh, hang on a
point?
minute. Hang on. I'll see. I will be about there. Don't worry. I'm currently having a hypo, so I can't speak very well. But let me see if I can. That's all right. Carry on speaking. I just
Carl,
reminded me
would
of a
you
post
like to
earlier.
help us organise the thing?
Hmm?
I was going to say, Khan, what are you doing? Are you with us? Are you going to help us do a party?
Of course.
Yes. Join us. There's magical shit in here.
Yeah, but, well, Khan can't deny any magical shit. Especially since Tobias will also be like, Khan, magical items only make a wizard more magically powered. Follow the party.
Indeed. So the rest of you in this wonderful little shop and everything else, it is like the mundane magic items are like a cape of billowing. The wand he has is literally like an umbrella wand. It does nothing but make an umbrella for you. An invisible one. It's quite literally that section of the magic item market.
Is it like a magic joke shoppy type thing?
Kind of, yeah, but it's all stuff people might. It's kind of like a Hawkins Bazaar or something like that, you know. It's stuff you buy friends for birthdays, but it's like, I can't think of anything cool or something you'd like, so here's something random.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to do one thing just to see.
Do it.
Party favours.
Yeah.
Khan's kind of disappointed with the shop. Because he goes in and he's expecting like all these shiny magical things with things flying about, and then Tobias is like, "Looks like my judgments were wrong, Khan. I am sorry."
Oh.
Khan's just like just feeling a little bit saddened by the fact that the magical whimsy is not quite there.
The owner like looks over to you. Marissa Kino is like, appears that you're not enthralled by this, but what about, and he like reaches out for a cloak and pulls it in. What about my cloak of many colours? And like as he shakes it, it goes through like every hue of colour imaginable. It makes Joseph's Technicolor dream coat look like it's in a terrible colour range.
Like Khan looks at it first and is originally entranced, and then Tobias just butts in and just like, Khan, it is a cheap knockoff. You are better than some colour foray. What are you? Just a magical bird? No, you are the future of wizardry. And so Khan just keeps the not impressed look, as if he's channeling the bigotry of Tobias.
He looks over at you, like sees like his frown, and goes, "Oh, the humanity of it all!" And like you see the cape shift form, and it actually takes on the form of a manatee, and still carries on cycling through all the hues. Oh well, if I can't impress a Kenku, what can I impress? What can I impress you, Tiefling, fellow kinsman?
Oh, he's a tiefling. Oh, hello.
No, he's a high elf. He was gesturing to
he's a high
Izuka when he
elf.
said kinsman.
I see.
He did call to you as like a tiefling. It's like, what else can I interest you in?
I really can't think at the minute because I'm still low. I'm currently sweating
Oh dear.
like it's 30 odd degrees.
That's not a situation you want to be in.
So somebody else will
Yeah.
have to take over for a moment.
That's right. I can see that Shizuka is currently typing right now.
I know I probably spelt manatee wrong, but
No, that's
It's
right.
just the whole origami side of things.
Yeah, and it's like perfect as well. It's not like there's folds or anything like that. It's like a stuffed manatee.
Yes, I would like to write and prestidigitation. Like good day, sir. Would you have anything like a marquee tent or like a pop-up tent? One that's usually used for like formal events.
Events and parties, events and parties.
Yeah, we could basically do with a pop-up tent.
How big are we talking in tent size? Are we talking like a small little family, or are we talking like a full-on wedding marquee?
Marquee, I would say, just in case the
As you can
priest
see,
brings
like,
along.
Big
going through
enough
all
to
of his-
play mahjong in.
Yeah, like 3 parties to play mahjong.
Well,
I'm
if
not
you
saying
play a
like
game of mahjong. He pulls out like a full mahjong set, but you can see like all the pieces they begin to shift in like art design and everything else. So they go from like, so if you like played mahjong on PC ages ago, like all the different tile sets you could have, they all switch between those.
Ooh.
So from clearly legible to the outright fantastically calligraphied and everything in between. And he's going through all these like different sized tents. He's going, nope. That one perhaps, and he pulls off one which is no bigger than like a laptop
yeah.
sort of size, easily handleable. It's like, really should label some of these. I think this one's about the right size. And he slaps on top of the mahjong set. Well, if you're having a party, I do rent these things, and they're quite easily returnable. And I can even
I
come
think
with
that
you
would
if
be
you like.
the
If that would do, if that would suit you better. No extra charge.
Sure, you can tag along.
Oh, fantastic!
I'm pretty sure you're neutral.
Like the word neutral, he stops for a second and goes, by neutral, I take it this is a very tense affair.
Well, there'll be some lower class there, and there'll be some upper class. There'll be some priests. There'll be us.
I will write. The aim of this particular, suppose, event we're holding is to ease tensions between the two factions. The Red Scarves and the Bark Cat.
You know the concern meme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally that face of, I have concerns. Firstly, the Red Scarves and the Bark Hats. You realise that 2 of them are wanted criminals. And I don't want to sully myself
Yes.
for being
that is the point.
a party to this whole affair.
Well, we could keep your name out of it then, and just say it was one of us that bewitched the tent. I mean, I am from the other side. Let me roll for persuasion.
Yeah, indeed. Roll a persuasion check. That look of concern has not left his face.
I'm sort of imagining a bit like, in Harry Potter, you got Rita Skeeter with the great big
Oh yeah, the quill
pen,
thing.
quill kind
Yeah.
of thing. So Zoppa's kind of like leaned over and was like, I'm sure we can like almost like tickling him. Like,
Sure, we can work something out.
if my page will load, there it is. It is hidden up in the top corner of screen. Right.
Dang, that's high charisma and really good persuasion.
Nice.
Okay, you make a fair offer. It's, at least if you do get arrested, you go to jail and not me, and I can keep running my business. Very well then. He grabs the market on site and everything and begins to bundle it into a bag. So what time is this meeting?
Did any of you lot write down the time?
We were told midday.
It was midday, yeah. I remember we were like, oh yeah, it's midday.
To buy the cape, this is a wonderful cape. It's going to cost you a grand total of 5 gold.
Okay. My wallet is internally screaming, but I can afford it. Yes, I want this. I want this.
One of the others.
I don't. Look, it's a cape that transforms into. Well, I presume it can transform into any creature, or can it only transform into a manatee?
It transforms colours. He was the one that made it turn into a manatee.
Oh, he cast something to turn it into a manatee. That's okay. Shizuka's used to with the whole origami thing. She too can play at that game. Sort of thing. It's all cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. I'm fine with it. I will pay the 5 gold for this wonderful, colourful cape. Just because
You now have the 4K cape of many colours. So that is the full colour range you can do. It's 4K resolution here.
Is it an actual item, or is it just something you made up?
It was something I made up. It's like the mundane magic item. It gives you no pluses or benefits. It's quite literally a cape that when you think of a colour, it shifts to that colour.
Okay, cape of many colours. Got it. I will have so much fun with this.
It's like the cape of billowing.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's so mundane and stupid. It's just something to put on your character sheet for funsies. And at least you guys now know if you need some magic stuff done, you have someone in the city you can contact.
Yay!
Yay!
Which is always nice. Alright then. And so with midday arriving, Mr. Purple, along with the rest of you, you set up the marquee and everything, and this thing folds out into a colossal marquee. And when it fully folds out, he just sits there with hands on his hips and whoops. Oh well, I got the bigger one. It's no problem. Decorated up with some lights, and he steps on in, and Khan, you were amazed by the spells he's casting. He's doing dancing lights, but they go gentle oranges and warm yellows and sort of sway back and forth between those, and even give off almost like a cool summer breeze.
No, it's at this time where Tobias is butting in Khan's head, just going, "Why does a man of such talent hide behind that of a disappointing storefront?"
Yeah, and he goes about setting up other things as well, even sets up the mahjong set, and at that point, I think that's a good place to end tonight's session.
Yes!
And
Let the tensions commence next week!
Yes.
Next week, things kick off.
Oh,
Yes.
kick off.
I shall put it that way.
Yes,
So-
indeed.
With that said, thank you all for watching tonight's show. Hopefully next week things do get to have some fun. Also, thank you, Vivian Me. I'm probably butchering that
I
name
think
entirely.
it's Vivian.
Yeah,
Vivian.
You can just call her Vivi.
that's awesome. Cheers for
Wow.
following, Vivi. I didn't say it whilst it pops up. I heard it go. It was things are going on. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Also, if you've enjoyed watching this, be sure to follow, and if you already have a Twitch Prime subscription, why not throw us one this way, or to one of our fellow streamers like Mr. Dom over there, or Foxy down in that corner. Because after all, Jeff Bezos is not going to miss his money. The man's rich as hell.
True.
Yes.
I need to recalculate how high his pile of cash would be if you have it in the lowest possible denomination. It's going to be scarily high, I feel. But anyway.
I think it would be if you would use like dime coins, it would be same basically as Scrooge McDuck.
I was thinking like Scrooge McDuck's money bin and thinking of the DuckTales theme tune. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, pretty much.
You said that out, my brain is
Like
going.
a-
I wonder if I can put Amazon Prime to the DuckTales theme.
Oh,
It's just a syllable
down.
too long.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's the only way
Every
it's gonna
day
really work.
Bezos running.
But no,
at
I
Amazon
want to like
Prime.
find a blender of animating like an animated Jeff Bezos like diving into Twitch bits. It's like from the DuckTales bit. It's just all the Twitch bits. Anyways, thank you all so much. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe and all that usual Twitch and YouTube jazz. Until then, we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Good night.